Hi, my name is Anna Theissen, and I'm the creator of The Butterfly Effect, a curriculum designed to teach high school students about teen dating violence. Today, we're going to be completing day 4 of the curriculum, What Resources Are Available for Targets. I'll be going through the presentation, and when we get to the activity at the end, there'll be time for you to pause the video and discuss the questions associated with each example. For more information, additional resources, and to download the curriculum and the associated educator and parent guides, please head to thebutterflyeffectwpb.org. So, an overview of today's lesson, we're going to start with a summary of days 1, 2, and 3. Then, we're going to talk about what you should do if you're in an unhealthy relationship, how to end your relationship in a healthy way, and where you can go if you need help. Finally, we'll be ending with an activity. So, starting off, a summary of day 1, 2, and 3. Dating violence is a pattern of physically, sexually, verbally, and/or emotionally abusive or controlling behavior in a dating relationship. It can involve digital communications and technologies or real-world communications and physical interactions. Some signs of dating violence are if one partner is overly controlling or aggressive, if one partner suddenly becomes isolated from friends, family, hobbies, or extracurriculars, if one partner is scared or upset to break up with their significant other, or if one partner has sudden personality, appearance, or appetite changes. Being an active bystander means that someone who witnesses an abusive relationship takes a significant action against it. Active bystanders can help empower targets to navigate an unhealthy or abusive relationship by providing support and resources. So, what should you do if you are in an unhealthy relationship? It can be hard to navigate unhealthy or abusive relationships. Individuals in these kinds of relationships often find it hard to leave due to history and love for their partner. It's important to remember that you cannot change other people's behavior or make them into new or better people. And no one deserves to be treated poorly or abused by their loved ones. If you feel your relationship might be unhealthy, reach out to friends, family, or professional. Remember, abuse is never your fault. If you feel at risk, call the police or talk to a professional. What to do if you are a target of dating violence? Reach out to your support system. Talk to friends, family, or a hotline for advice about steps to take and resources available to help you. If you feel safe, open up a conversation with your partner about expectations, boundaries, and concerns. You can practice what you have to say in a mirror or with friends. Remember that if your partner is ever threatening you or being violent with you, you should talk to a professional or call the police. You should also remain strong and calm when having this conversation with your partner. Your partner may try to invalidate your feelings or convince you to change your mind. Remember that your feelings are justified and require recognition from your partner. Remember that if you're reaching out to an adult or a professional, especially one within your school, that they may be a mandatory reporter, which means that they're legally required to notify law enforcement of abuse reports. If you're unsure about law enforcement involvement, you can ask about somebody's mandatory reporter status before reporting anything. There are plenty of resources which are not going to be mandatory reporters and will allow you to talk about your situation. If you are a victim of abuse within your relationship, you need to call a hotline or local law enforcement or talk to a professional. It can be easy to excuse abuse, but no one deserves to be in a violent relationship. If you feel your partner is severely mistreating you, keep reaching out to resources until you can get help. You deserve to be in a healthy and loving relationship and not to be abused at the hands of your partner. Part 3. How do I end my relationship in a healthy way? If you feel your relationship's unhealthy, it may be time to break up. Breaking up can be scary, but remember, no one deserves to feel insecure or upset because of their relationship. Some good steps for how to end your relationship in a healthy way is to talk to your friends and family and discuss the reasons that you want to break up with your partner. Create a plan with them. You can prepare for your partner's reaction and practice conversation in the mirror or with friends to prepare yourself better for the situation. If you feel safe, you should have this conversation in person. However, if you do not feel like you can safely break up with your partner in person, other alternatives such as breaking up online or over the phone are completely acceptable. Make sure you communicate your feelings with your partner and that you're straightforward, respectful, and honest. Maintain confidence and do not allow your partner to sway your opinion. Especially if you're in an unhealthy relationship, your partner may try to convince you to stay, but you should stay strong in your decision. If you ever feel threatened or unsafe meeting your partner in person, discuss alternate methods with a friend or professional. Do not put yourself in harm's way when attempting to end a relationship. Part 4. Where can I go if I need help? There are plenty of resources online out there for targets of dating violence, and some listed examples are Aid to Victims of Domestic Abuse, which is a domestic abuse shelter in West Palm Beach, the YWCA, which is a social justice organization with domestic violence services, the National Domestic Violence Hotline, which is a 24-hour hotline and chat window online, which will allow victims of dating violence to speak freely and confidentially. The Love is Respect hotline or text line, they also have a hotline or a chat room online that you can use. And the National Sexual Assault Hotline, which is a RAIN hotline, 24 hours, which will connect you to a local sexual assault organization if you are a target of sexual assault. If you're interested in learning more about dating violence or have more questions that are not answered, you can go to youth.gov, which is an educational website aimed at informing youth of a variety of issues which impact them. Futureswithoutviolence.org, which is an organization aimed at ending violence against women and children. Loversrespect.org, which is a national organization aimed at preventing teen dating violence. And nationalsafeplace.org, which is a national youth outreach program aimed at helping at-risk teens and children. All of these websites have great information available to learn more about dating violence. So on to the activity. Again, I'm going to read the example situations, which are the same ones from the earlier days of lessons, and then allow for time after each question for you to pause the video and discuss the questions. Scenario 1, Alex and Taylor. Alex and Taylor have been dating for a while and are trying to decide where they want to go to college. Alex wants to go to a school far away without Taylor. Whenever they talk about it, Taylor yells at Alex and calls Alex stupid for thinking about going to a school that far away. Sometimes Taylor also slams doors or throws things in Alex's direction. Taylor usually comes back later to apologize, saying they're just scared of losing Alex. The other day, Alex heard Taylor on the phone making fun of Alex's test scores with a friend and calling Alex dumb for answering a question wrong in class. What are some resources Alex could use in this situation? Who could Taylor talk to about their feelings? Go ahead and pause the video to talk about your answers. Do you think Alex and Taylor should break up? Why or why not? How could Alex break up with Taylor? Scenario 2, Kennedy and Logan. Kennedy and Logan just started dating. Kennedy is ready to have sex with Logan, but Logan isn't sure they're ready yet. Whenever they hang out, Kennedy brings sex up and tells Logan that if you loved me, you would want to have sex, and that Kennedy feels Logan must not be attracted to them since Logan doesn't want to have sex. Sometimes, Kennedy then tries to touch Logan without asking. Kennedy also sends Logan nude images without warning, telling them they are missing out. One day, Logan decides to send Kennedy a nude picture back. The next day at school, Kennedy's friends make jokes about Logan's picture. What are some resources Logan could use in this situation? Who could Kennedy talk to about their feelings? Do you think Logan and Kennedy should break up? Why or why not? How could Logan break up with Kennedy? Scenario 3, Jordan and Cameron. Jordan and Cameron have been dating for a couple months. Jordan has a best friend of the opposite sex and has known them since elementary school. Cameron starts to act jealous and begins to ask Jordan to stop spending so much time with the friend because the friend is taking up all of Jordan's time. A couple weeks later, Cameron starts texting Jordan several times a day, asking where they are and who they are with. Cameron has also begun suggesting that they share GPS locations on their phones with each other. What are some resources Jordan could use in this situation? Who could Cameron talk to about their feelings? Do you think Jordan and Cameron should break up? Why or why not? How could Jordan break up with Cameron? So that brings us to the end of the day 4 lesson. For additional resources and information, go to butterflyeffectwpb.org. Otherwise, I'll see you for tomorrow's lesson, day 5,